Quick video here for you today, just a update on the Ruckus and what we've been doing. Really hadn't done anything major to the Ruckus other than a crank seal for it. Wasn't too hard. Should have done a tutorial video, but I didn't. I skipped out on that, guys. I'm sorry. If I ever have to dwell back into that right side of the casing, I'll definitely throw another tutorial video in there. I think I may be doing a flywheel replacement because I know these flywheels aren't true. But as you can see, I've got the head off. I stripped my head when I was putting my temp sensor on for the Trail Tech Vapor. And yep, I'm a dumbass. Cocked it sideways, stripped the thread, so we've got a new head coming. And I also wound up breaking a bolt for the head going through the cylinder down to the bottom casing, but I was able to fish that screw out without any issues. Just pulled the cylinder back up and got some vice grips and was able to thread that back out. So I got another bolt kit coming as well. For that, I've got a new rear frame, and don't ask me how, but I broke every one of my battery box tabs for the front part. So instead of replacing that, I've got some JDM custom little universal bumper. I don't know what they're called. They're like quick release tabs, and you use a O-ring from this tab to the front tab, and that's what brings it together. People use them for their slammed cars and trucks to keep their bumpers up. Got those coming to fix that. Kenny from Tennessee has the headlight bracket he's sending me, if he ever remembers to send it out. Sorry, Kenny. He's also got a bunch of other parts for me that he thought I could use, so he's going to get them sent out to me. I've also got, let's see, we got the new head, we got the new rear frame, the bolt kit. I had some grips, but they hadn't shipped out yet. I can't think of anything else, but there's going to be a huge install coming soon. But what we have done so far is we've done a reroute on the wiring harness, and with the help of my buddy Seth up in Maine that builds these things for people, he's gave me a nice little slick tip. Let's see, I gotta turn my light on. Hold on, guys. As you can see up in there, between those two gussets, I've got about an inch hole cut out. It's more rectangular than circular. I've got the wires fed through, and on the right side, let's see if I can post this up. Okay, sorry guys, my flashlight wouldn't work on my phone, but right here I've got a 1/2 inch hole drilled for the throttle and the brake cable that's running down. And up there, like I said, is about an inch hole. I've got all my wires for the wiring harness and everything ran through. You actually have to run the wiring harness down through the frame and then back towards the back because of how big the cluster is up front. But let me get down here for you. We got set up the flashlight. Alright, so we've got the wiring harness ran down, and it's running towards the back. Got the cables run down left side of the bike, wiring harness run down the right side of the bike, and we're using these drain holes as 6 points for the wiring harness, as well as for the throttle and brake cable. And it's just going to be ran up under the gas tank as it's normally done, all the way to the back. I got this nice split loom to go over it. everything is undone back here because during the process of all this going on, I wound up breaking my tab off for the starter. So I don't know if that's fixable, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and replace the starter. Just put a brand new one on there. Why not? More shit to buy, right? Great. But other than that, man, I've got the cables running nice and tight. I don't know how much I'm loving this little setup of this cables and everything, but we're gonna roll with it for now because it doesn't seem to be rubbing. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Still waiting on a lot of parts to get here, and still got a whole lot of more parts to order before we actually get the new frame on the JDMpassword stretch kit. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to go with, is the JDMpassword. I looked at the rolling wrenches and I compared it to the JDMpassword, and the JDMpassword seem to be a lot more solid looking. I may be wrong, but we'll find out. So see you next time.